So in today's class, we are going to be working in a restorative way and at a slightly deeper level in the body, in our tissues. So some of you will already be familiar and some of you not with the fascia in the body, and the fascia is connective tissue. It is this white kind of fabric looking like tissue that wraps all around the muscles and joins together to make ligaments and tendons, and it is everywhere through the body. So when we are looking to work deeper into the structural changes that we might want to make, postural changes, we want to start working with fascia, but fascia doesn't operate like muscles. Fascia is not bouncy. Fascia doesn't have a lot of moisture in it, and it takes a lot more slowness and encouragement to invite fascia to open and change, and this is what can change the deep structural postural issues that we might be carrying. So those places where you've got like, oh, a niggly back or a niggly shoulder and you've had it for a long time, there's probably some fascia involved. So today's practice will be slower, we'll breathe deeper, and we'll hold more in the poses in order to give the fascia time to open up and release. It's said that there's a lot of emotional energy stored in the fascia tissue, fascial tissue. So we want to give it that space to be able to move and shift. So coming to your seat, and if you haven't already, gathering your pillows and blankets, whatever you might need to be as comfortable through the practice as you would like. And once you have those, coming to settle down and settle in. Closing your eyes. And just starting to gather in your attention. Notice your attention drifting inward and downward into the body. We're going to loosen up the breathing with 3 sighs. So as you inhale through the nostrils, try to fill up nice and low, belly and diaphragm, before you move to the chest. And then here it's a sigh, out through the mouth. And again, as you inhale, fill up progressively from as low in your body as you can. And as you sigh it out through the mouth, intentionally really being available to release and let go. And one more time, breath in full through the torso. And a sigh out through the mouth. And then let yourself settle into natural breathing, effortless breathing. And notice any subtle shifts from the breath practice. Even a small practice like that will have an impact. Just see if you can notice it for yourself inside. And then this time again, filling up through the nostrils. Imagine that as you breathe in, you're trying to expand the body 360 degrees, starting at the belly and lower back, moving to the ribs and mid back, and then the chest and upper back. And as you exhale, releasing the air from the chest and upper back, the ribs and mid back, the belly and lower back. Good. And again, in. And out, chest, ribs, belly. In this one, we're breathing in and out through the nose. Breath in. And out. 2 more. Breath in, belly and lower back, ribs and mid back, chest and upper back. Breath out, chest and upper back, ribs and mid back, belly and lower back. Last one. Breath in. And breath out. And again, let yourself return to natural, effortless breathing. Notice how if you stop trying, the body will take over for you. Notice what you feel inside after this breath practice and how it's settled into your body, any shifts or subtle changes that you notice. And then taking your right hand, we're going to place the index and middle finger into the eyebrow center, third eye center. I'm going to take 3 deep, slow breaths through each nostril. We'll take 3 on the left and then 3 on the right. And so inviting you to block off the right nostril with your thumb. I'm going to take 3 long, slow inhales and exhales through the left nostril. Breathing in. And out. Breathing in. And out. Breathing in. And out. Releasing the thumb, pressing your ring finger to close off the left nostril, breathing in through the right. And out. In. And out. Final breath in. And out. Release the finger, let the hand float back down to your lap and just notice how you feel. You might be a little buzzy, a little calmer. Just notice how your body responds. Good. We're going to work with the fascial bands through the body and just let them release a little bit. So like the chakra system in yoga, we have these 7 bands and they pretty much correspond to those areas. So we're going to work from the head all the way down to the pelvis today. So I want you to take your index and middle fingers again here and place them somewhere around your temples. And the exact placement you can feel around what's going to feel best for you. We're going to coordinate a little bit of movement with breath. So you're going to make little gentle circles with your fingers on the forehead here. On the temples. And then we start to coordinate with breath, breathing in, and then exhale. You might put a little bit more pressure, a little bit less pressure. Just exploring, maybe you take it more up to the hairline or back towards the ears, breathing in. And out. One more breath. And out. And then let yourself just settle those circles and let the hands come down for a moment. And take a couple of breaths just to notice. What does it feel like in that area of the body or any area of the body you may notice shifting, releasing, relaxing, tingling? Good. So this is the ocular band around the eyes and the head that we've just worked on. You move to the mouth and jaw. Again, index and middle finger. And same again, just explore for yourself. I'm going to place my fingers somewhere between, sort of at the line of the bottom of my ear here on the jaw. And making those circles, you might move it up a little bit more towards the middle of the ear or back under the ear. Wherever you really feel like is your sweet spot. Breathe in and out. Alternate the pressure of those circles as feels right for you. Breathing in and out. And again, inhale and exhale. And then again, gently release the hands and just notice what opens up in that space for you in your body. And moving down the bands and the chakra, we're going to move into the throat here. So a light tap with the fingertips onto each side of the throat. And again, just finding the right location for you, the right pressure for you, and then bringing in your breath to coordinate. Breath in and out. In and out through the nose, letting the breath help you be mindful and present with what is happening. And one more breath in. And out. And then release the hands and just notice, again, what opens up for you in this space? What do you notice and feel? And then moving down heart chakra, heart band, bringing, it's going to be a bit tricky for me because I've got a microphone in here. We're going to bring your hands over your heart. We're going to pulsate and press in. So just trying to get this pressure. And again, just be gentle, move at your own rhythm, move with your own pressure. Breath in and out. In, out through the nose. In and out. Once again, as you begin to release the hands, notice what shifts, moves, changes, and what you sense in the body. Give yourself a moment to let that sink in. And then moving to our solar plexus diaphragmatic area. So bringing your hands here into that area where the ribs join, just under. And here we're going to tap a little bit with the fingertips. So just tapping, you might take your fingers out a little wider. Coming in, breath in, and out. In through the nose. And out. One more in through the nose. And an exhale out. Good. Again, gently releasing the hands and just noticing. And this one can be a bit tough. We can hold a lot in this band here. Good. And then bringing the hands to the tummy. We're going to do the same thing here. Patting the fingers in. Breath in. And out through the nose. In. Out. In. And out. Good. And releasing, and just notice how the body responds and shifts as you offer this different invitation to releasing and opening. And we need to do a bit of a shift for the final band for our pelvic area. We're going to stand up, and getting in there is a little bit of shaking. So we're just going to wriggle and shake a little bit. And again, finding the pace and intensity that best suits you. So just allowing that to, almost like a Tahitian dancer is what comes to mind for me when I do this one. A little shake, maybe even the shoulders and ribs. Gentle shaking. If it feels like you want to go more, go a little more. Breath in and out. In and out. Good. One more. And then just noticing how you feel through the whole torso, the whole body, where energy has shifted, how the body's responded, where you may feel more aligned, more open, more spacious, perhaps tingly, perhaps energy moving. Good. And then taking a moment, we're going to press the thumbs, the knuckles of the thumbs, as we bring our hands together into prayer and intention. We're going to press the knuckles of our thumbs into the sternum here. So there's an acupressure point there. You might even rub it a little bit. And then breathing in and out. And think about what you might want to experience or invite in for your practice today that you can take into your day. Maybe it's for yourself, more calm. Maybe it's an intention or a wish for someone else in your life that needs a little bit of extra love at the moment. Whatever feels most moving to you. dedicating the restoration of your practice to that. Good, releasing your hands. And take a breath in, move slowly, link the movement of the hands to the breath, arms out, up overhead. And then exhale just to the heart. Good, and again, breath in, hands out and up. And exhale to heart. Again, inhale out and up. Exhale, heart. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Good. This time we're going to take a side bend. Breath in to take the hands out to the sides and up. And you can wrap your right fingers around your left wrist. I'm just going to stretch a little bit over to the right. Feeling that opening through the side body as you breathe, lifting those ribs up. And exhale. Good. Coming to center. Inhale. Swap the catch, so left fingers around the right wrist, and exhale over to the other side. So we're moving quite gently today and just feeling the spread and opening of different places in the body as you breathe, as you move, as you offer the postures. Good. Breath in all the way up and exhale to release. And come into a little tree swing pose here. So starting to alternate, moving from side to side and letting the arms swing very gently and softly. They might just tap into your body. And then option to stay like this, or as you move, you might add a little bit more energy into it. Let the arms swing out a little bit further. And either stay here, or final option is to really lift the arms up to shoulder height and start to feel like you're moving around, bringing in that upper spine twist. Good. And then gently working back down again. Coming to that mid-level, arms swing out, back in. And then all the way back down. Very gentle swings. Arms either side. Come back to center. Let your arms rest for a moment. And give yourself a pause, a breath or two between all of the different moves and practices and postures that we do, to just notice what they do for you and how they feel. Good. I'm going to work a little bit into the shoulders here, breathing in, taking the arms up, and then bending your right elbow. It's going to encourage that right arm back and behind the head a little bit here. So you're working to, what this can do is open up your lats underneath the armpit, and this can help also relieve a little bit of shoulder pain. Link in your breath. Good. Breath in, lift the arms up. Exhale, lower. Take a breath to just notice. Good. Breath in, arms up. Swapping sides, so left elbow bends and you take your right hand onto that left elbow. And we're aiming to gently take the elbow back and behind the head towards the center line, midline of the body. Link in your breath. Good. And then gently releasing. Taking the hands down, giving yourself a breath to notice. And then an inhale. And right ear over towards right shoulder. So just inviting and opening on that left side of the neck. You might gently press the left armpit down towards the left hip. Option to add the right hand onto the head and add additional weight if this feels good. Good. Breath in, lift the arm up, lift the head up, and breath out, release. One breath to notice. Breath in, and breath out, left ear to left shoulder. Feel that invitation to open in the right side of the neck, and press the right armpit gently down towards the left right hip. Good. Left hand can come onto the head if you wish to add additional weight. Good. And then as you inhale, lift head, lift hand, and exhale. Release down, take a breath to notice. Inhale, lift both hands. I'm going to place them, interlacing the fingers behind the head here. Good. Then as we breathe in, we're going to open up the elbows, lift up the heart. Just gentle movements here. And then exhale, drawing in the ribs and chest, drawing in the elbows and rounding. Breath in, open it up. Breath out to round. One more as you inhale. And exhale. Inhale up. Exhale, release the arms. And then we're going to come all the way down to the floor. Taking your seated position. Notice when you cross the legs, which leg is in front. We're going to bring in some pandicular movement to the shoulders. So a good image to think about for this kind of movement is what babies and kittens and stuff do. When they wake up, they do this kind of stretching. So we're going to replicate that and teaching our body how to release a little bit deeper. So as you breathe in, we're going to scrunch up, shoulders into the ears. And then exhale very slowly, paying attention to what it feels like to release that tension, slowly moving your shoulders back down until they're fully released, and taking a breath here, noticing. Again, breath in. Scrunched up. And breath out, slowly releasing. Breath in and out here. Inhale, scrunch up. Exhale, slow release. And notice, breath in and out. I want you to change the cross of the legs, bringing the other leg in front. And leading from as deep inside your body as you can feel. We're going to move into a twist here. So breathing in, sit up tall. And as you breathe out, take your belly button, your ribs, your chest and your shoulder to the right, right fingertips behind, left hand to right knee. Good. Breath in, lift up. And breath out, deepen. We're going to stay here for a little while, 5 to 10 breaths, whatever you can manage. I want you to rest into your breath. So coming to just effortless, natural breathing. Notice if you can feel the natural pulsation in your body of being breathed by natural breath. The subtle expansion and the subtle contraction of the inhale and exhale. You might notice if you hold and breathe like this that the body naturally opens up and you can go a little deeper. You can follow those impulses as they arise. Good, and then gently come back to center. Hands to the belly, taking a breath to sit up tall. Belly comes to the left, then ribs, then chest, then shoulders. Left fingertips behind, right hand to left knee. One full deliberate breath to lift up long and tall and settle in. And then let your breathing be natural, effortless. And just notice how the body responds. If the body is opening up, you can take those fingers behind you further, press a little bit into that knee, find the depth. Good, and gently release back to center. Give yourself a moment breathing to notice. Take the hands to the knees, inhale, lift up the heart. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift up. And this time we'll take a forward fold. As you exhale, gently settling down, fingertips walking out in front. Letting the belly rest towards your legs, letting the ribs rest, letting the chest rest. See how natural you can let yourself be. So, as we talked about in the beginning, we're going to hold for a little while to give opportunity for that deeper level of tissue, the fascia, to respond to the pose. Good breath in to walk the hands back up. I'm going to take the legs out in front for Paschimottanasana, forward fold. Heels towards the floor, toes towards the ceiling. You can move the flesh of the buttocks back if you wish, can help get more purchase of the sit bones onto the earth. Use the inhale to lift from sit bones to crown, and then again we're going to soften the belly forward, the ribs, the chest. See if you can relax into the natural rhythm of breath of your body. Adjusting as the body opens. Breath in, walk the hands back. You're going to exhale to your cross-legged position. See if you can remember how you were sat before and bring the other leg in front. And breathing in, hands to the knees, lift up through the heart. And then exhale, walking the fingertips forward, forward fold on this side.
Good, breath in, rise up.
And then bringing the feet together in Baddha Konasana. I want you to spend a moment here just being natural again, like letting the body do whatever it does and just noticing. So you might prop yourself up, like your torso up on your fingertips behind you. If you've got longer arms than me, you might even be able to reach your hands to the floor. The point being to press up so the torso is nice and strong and steady. And we're just letting the feet, the knees, move to wherever they move to. So not trying to do anything, push anything, press anything. And maybe take your breath there into the hips, wherever you feel maybe a little bit of lock or resistance, and just try to breathe. Good. We're going to walk the hands forward. So you might need to shuffle a little bit here on the sit bones, getting a bit more purchase again, sit bones into the ground. I want you to, it's not really rocking, it's kind of moving a bit from side to side here. So we'll do it without hands first. And just feeling into that area of the body, nice and slow. Good. And then bringing your hands down, you can rock a little more. Good. Breath in, and then breath out. Let's roll forward, belly, ribs, chest. With great delicacy and gentleness in today's practice, we're just exploring the spaces, sitting into the natural openings, into the breath, giving time and space for the fascia to respond. Good, breath in, rising up. And breath out, just to let yourself feel. Notice. Using the inhale to gently draw the knees up, back again to the center. And you're going to exhale and come all the way over onto your back. So, bringing, oh, there we go. Bringing the knees up to the chest as you inhale. And gently giving yourself a little bit of a squeeze here, knees towards the chest. You might rock and roll a little bit from side to side if that feels good. arms out, shoulder height, palms down, breath in. I'm going to exhale those knees over towards the right elbow. Coming into your twist. So prioritize letting your knees come all the way to the ground. If your left shoulder peels up a bit, that's fine. See if you can soften into that through your out breaths. Good. Inhale, bring the knees to the center. And exhale over to the other side. Oh. Good. And breathing in, bringing the knees back to center. I'm just going to do a little bit of stabilization for the hip joints. Pressing your feet into the floor. And see if you can do that. If you've done Pilates, you might be familiar with this kind of sense of like zipping up. As you zip up here, the lower back presses into the floor. You're going to lift your right leg up 45 degrees. Turn the foot out. So we've got an external rotation here. Turn the toes out. And then we're going to trace tiny little circles with the heel. So making very small circles and just notice how it feels and how stable that is. And you just go in one direction and then you might want to make the circles bigger and you're trying to keep your pelvis very steady and still on the floor, keeping it zipped up. Good. And then small again, and then going in the other direction. Noticing the difference. My hip, I can feel it doesn't like this direction as much. So just notice those things. So I might go the other way again. Beautiful. Then bring the foot back to center. Breathe in. Breathe out. Draw your knee down towards you. Fingers interlaced and around the outer edge of your knee. And we're going to do one final psoas release for this leg. Making like a tabletop shape. So your hip is at 90 degrees, knee is at 90 degrees, ankle at 90 degrees. You're going to take your hands and press them onto the thigh. Taking a breath in. As you exhale, draw your thigh towards you and resist with the hands. Release, breath in. Breath out, draw the thigh towards you, really resist with the hands. Gosh, it's hard to talk sometimes. And release. Breath in. Thigh towards you, resist with the hands as you exhale. Good. And then gently set that foot back down to the floor. We're going to work on the left one, 45 degrees. Press the heel away, turn the toes out, and start to make small little circles here. In whatever direction feels good, try to stabilize your pelvis on the floor. So trying to wake the psoas up a little bit here. And go the other way and stabilize it. Nice work. Turn the toes back to center. Bend the knee and draw it in towards you. I'm sorry that side was a little bit shorter. If you want to pause the video if you're watching this later and take a bit longer, please feel free. Just aware of time. And then creating your 90-degree shape here, thigh coming out of the hip, lower leg coming out of the knee, ankle 90 degrees as well, hands interlaced and on top of that thigh, breath in. Make sure that your lower back is pressing into the floor, and then exhale, draw the thigh towards you and resist. Again, breath in, and breath out, draw the thigh towards you and resist. Release, breath in, draw the thigh and resist. Good, and then release, relax, and coming down to the floor and grabbing your pillows and blankets and making yourself a little nest here for a few minutes. You might even want one under your head. You could put them beside you. You can snuggle up under your blanket. Whatever feels nourishing for your body. And then starting to invite your attention back in again as you breathe in through the nose. And sigh it out through the mouth. Let your hands come down beside you, palms facing up to the ceiling. Breath in through the nose. And exhale out through the mouth. Perhaps tuck the chin a tiny bit more towards the chest and find length in the back of the neck. Breath in through the nose. And as you sigh it out through the mouth, releasing all tension from everywhere you can. Closing the mouth. Finding your way into natural breathing, switching from breathing to just observing the breath. Notice how the body moves as you breathe in and out. Perhaps you might notice it becomes almost as though the whole body is being breathed. As you relax more and more, as you effort less and less. Beginning to take hold of the breath again and deepen it. Wriggling the fingers and toes. Fingers and wrists and ankles. Moving slowly, softly and with intention. And draw one knee to the chest and then the other. If it feels good to rock a little bit again from side to side, you're welcome to. You may want to just stay in the stillness, that's fine too. Rolling to one side. And give yourself a moment here to relax again and feel what it's like to release your body into the earth in this position. And then gently pressing up to your final seated pose. Finding your way to where you can be comfortable. Once again, bringing the hands together, bending the thumbs so you can press those knuckles in, and we'll bring them up, knuckles between the eyebrows, again, eyebrow center here. Give that a little bit of a rub. And then breath in. And breath out. We will bow forward, honoring ourselves, our effort, and the breath that runs through us and through the world. Namaste.